Well, today I'm sharing with you something that we get wrong about customer service. All right, so let me ask you something. Would you rather hire someone who's super friendly, makes you feel amazing, but doesn't actually solve your problem? Or someone who's cold, maybe even a little rude, but gets the job done every single time? All right, because I've lived both sides of this equation, and as a customer service guy, it's put me in kind of a weird spot, but it's completely changed how I think about customer service. All right, so here's what happened. I live here in Central Florida, and when your air conditioner breaks and it's the middle of July, it's not just an inconvenience, right? That is a major crisis. And now, over the years, I have had to hire multiple AC companies. And what I can say is that they were all incredibly nice. They smiled when they showed up. They called ahead to confirm. They explained everything in detail. They were polite when they charged me. And then the same damn problem came back time and time again. But I kept giving them another shot because I needed it fixed, and well, they were so nice. All right, but here's the problem with that logic. At some point, the smiles, they didn't matter anymore because I was sweating. All right, and if you know me, I am a big time sweater anyway. So without that air conditioner, I'm a mess. On top of that, I was frustrated and I was still writing checks to fix the same issue. But then I met this guy who changed everything. There's this guy in our neighborhood, a fix-it guy. He works on ACs. But he's not with any big company, he just does it on his own. Now, he shows up when he says he will. He responds to calls and texts quickly. But here's the thing. He is not especially friendly. In fact, he's kind of mean. He's blunt. He's very matter of fact. He talks to me like I should already know every single thing about the unit. I typically feel very stupid when he explains things to me. So this was very hard to get used to, all right? Because again, it goes against every single thing that we teach. But here's what he does that nobody else could. He fixes it every single time. And he doesn't oversell me. He charges very fairly. And I've never, not once, had to call him twice for the same issue. But for a while, I resisted him. I kept going back to the other guys because, again, the customer service part of me, I had a hard time getting over it. But they could never get it right. So while he's not the easiest to talk to, he is now the only one I call. And that's when it hit me. We've got this piece of customer service backwards. We've all been taught that it's about being nice, being warm, being welcoming. But here's the brutal truth, right? Customer service isn't just about tone. It's about trust. And trust isn't built by smiles and pleasantries. Trust is built by competence, by doing what you said you would do when you said you'd do it, by actually solving the problem, by following through. Because even friendly incompetence, that's still incompetence. Now, please don't get me wrong. The ideal is both someone who's great at their job and treats you with kindness and respect. Okay, but if I had to choose one or the other, I will take results over niceness every single day. Because I don't need a friendly conversation. I need cold air. So here's what this means for your business. And if you are a business owner and your customer service training is focused only on soft skills, teaching people to simply smile, say my pleasure, you're missing the point entirely. Here's what you should be training instead. Number one, competence before charm. Okay, while the goal is to hire friendly people, the first thing they need to learn is how to be effective, how to solve problems completely and do it the first time, how to follow through on commitments, how to close the loop, and confirm the issue is resolved. They need to know how to do their actual job with excellence. All right, so then number two, create your fix it right checklist for every service you provide. All right, document what does completely solved look like? What are the common ways this problem comes back? How can we prevent repeat issues? What's our follow-up process to ensure it stays fixed? So number three, measure what actually matters. Stop measuring just satisfaction scores and start tracking first call resolution rates, repeat issue frequency, time to actual problem resolution, customer retention after service issues. Number four, train your team on the trust equation, which is trust equals competence plus reliability plus follow through. All right, nice is the cherry on top, but without the foundation, that cherry just falls off. And then number five, audit your current service. All right, ask yourself honestly, are we solving problems or are we just managing complaints? Do customers have to call us back time and time again for the same issue? Are we prioritizing how we sound over how we perform? Because here's the bottom line. Your customers don't need you to be their friend. They need you to be competent. They need you to do what you said you'd do, when you said you'd do it, in the way you promised it. So let me ask you again, would you rather deal with someone nice but ineffective, or someone who might be a little rough around the edges, a little rude, but gets the job done the first time? Because your answer to that question, now that's your real customer service philosophy. And if you're honest with it, it might just change everything about how you train your team. All right, if you like this video, be sure to like and subscribe. You can find additional customer service resources at www.snowassociates.com. I'm going to link to another video over here that I think you'll find to be helpful, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.